practice at all different the last 2 days after the game? A lot of quarterbacks, you see the game and you just come away maybe a little bit.
Maybe, a little bit. It's my first game in 2 years. Getting out there, getting hit a little bit, seeing live stuff. Yeah, maybe it is a little different. Coming out here with a little bit more, hey, I can do this, this kind of thing. And not that I doubted I could do it beforehand, but just it's just like getting the reps in the bag and coming out. So yeah, the theme has been stacking days and keeping it small, and that's that's what I've been trying to do, and just keep stacking good days.
Hey, after you watched the film from the game on Sunday, what was your biggest takeaway? I know you're your worst critic, so what did you say? Okay, I needed to do better.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to clean up. There's some things in the run game, seeing pressure and this and that. For me personally, a big thing is stepping up in the pocket, keeping two hands on the ball, and then really just kind of making my reads a little bit quicker. That'll come. It was my first game, and we're still working on it in practice. But Coach Milanovic and Coach Brady and Parks and everyone has been on me about the depth in the pocket, two hands, moving up, this and that. So there's a lot of things that I've been working on out here that'll carry over.
It seems like that's been kind of something that's been talked about a lot, making your reads a lot quicker since you started training camp and stuff. How tough is that now that you're in the game mode to be able to make those reads a lot quicker than what you've been doing?
Yeah, it was just a different year. After I was here last year, like I said in the last interview, but I wasn't really getting the reps. You can see it on film and you can talk about it, but it's different than actually being back there in the pocket, with bullets flying at you. So it was a little bit of an acclimation period and that kind of thing, but still just taking it a day at a time and trying to continually improve on the day before and grow in that regard.
Jacob, you play against a really fast defense out here. When you translate it to game day or even the joint practices last week, what's the transition there? How much does that prepare you?
Yeah, we got an outstanding defense here. Great defensive coordinator and Flus and just great guys all around. And from the linebacker core to the safeties to the D-line, we got dudes over there. So it's great. It's great to have that competition every single day in and day out. They're never gonna let you get off easy. So that has helped me out a lot in terms of just getting prepared for game days and whoever else we're gonna see. So I'm very fortunate. It's very challenging, but I'm also very fortunate to be able to face that challenge every day and grow from it.
I'm talking about that. In what ways has? Sorry.
Well, just the last thing follow up. Was there a lot of difference in the speed from what you see out here to what you saw in the game?
I think every person in this this league is here for a reason. They're all big, fast, physical guys, and we got a really fast defense. Carolina had a really fast defense. There's no discredit to them. I just think when you're going against Darius Leonard and Bobby Okereke and Kenny Moore every day, they're outstanding players, and I'm glad I get to face them. They're on my team, and I get to go against them every day.
We kind of saw talking about that. We kind of saw it yesterday with you and Ty, where the accuracy was really there. In what ways has those guys you just mentioned challenged your precision accuracy to get the ball where it needs?
Yeah, it's everything. It's if you're a step late, you're late. They're going to get a jump on the ball. If your timing's off, and every route runner is they're relatively similar, but everybody has their key differences, So it's a lot of it's been getting repetition after repetition and try to time it up. And I was glad I was able to connect with Ty a few times yesterday because we're kind of developing that connection. So it takes time with these guys because I didn't get a lot of time with the starters last year, and now through camp I've been working with them. And but no, I'm glad that we're all we're sharing the ball and everybody's kind of getting some love.
How much of last year with Jacoby and Phillip have you taken into this year? And by that I mean stuff you couldn't do last year, you can't do unless it's a real football practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot. Jacoby was a good mentor for me in terms of being a rookie in the league. Quarterback. He kind of took me under his wing. Things other than just football alone. He did teach me a lot about the game and certain things there, but he was also a good person to have a guide for off the field things and dealing with coaches and this and that. I still this couple nights ago I was watching old Phillip tape just to see how fast he got the ball out, what he was doing with protection, and I don't think there's a much better person to watch for that specific thing than Phillip Rivers. So I watched him a lot last year, but like I said, I didn't get the reps to be able to go try it out. And so I'm still looking at what Phillip's doing, and some of the things Jacoby used to do in practice were pretty incredible too. So two great guys there to look back on and learn from.
What's it like working with Ty and learning him? And do you learn something as a quarterback from working with somebody who's been a receiver for that long?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with Ty, it's like he's a vet. He's been here for a long time, and he's a big leader on this team, and it kind of makes me want to, it makes me want to be perfect. I want to be perfect for him, because I want him to be happy, and that kind of thing. So there's kind of that dynamic, but also it's like there's certain routes where he's just money, and he's going to be open regardless of the coverage, and so it's my job to hit him the ball in those times, and the ghost is pretty amazing what he does. So like I said, glad he's on our team.
The things that Jacoby helped you with, I know you don't have as much experience as he did in the league,
Yeah.
but do you help Sam with those things? Does he ask you those things?
We go back and forth on a lot of things. I think me and Sam bring some different things to the table in terms of whether it's athletic ability, throw power, all this and that. But Sam's an incredibly smart, crafty player, and I'm learning things from him. And I'm sure we go back and forth in meetings. We don't really acknowledge it to each other. That's kind of but we're aware of it. Like we high five each other when things are good, and we talk to each other when things are bad. So. It's great to have a competition, and a guy like Sam in the room because he's a great kid and he wants to learn, he wants the best for this team, and I think, the competition brings out the best in both of us.
Is it weird though? I mean, he's like you said, he's a good guy and you want the best for him, but you're competing with him. Is that ever strange?
I mean, there's going to be competition, I figure, every year, in every position, and that's just the nature of the NFL. But, like I was just saying, we got a great room and great coaches who are going to, put their best foot forward and do what's right to help the team win. And I know both me and Sam believe that and are buying into that. And, ultimately this competition is bringing out the best in both of us. So, I'm happy with where we're at right now, and there's a lot of room to improve.
What have your conversations been like with Carson on the field during practice?
It's several things, whether it's coverage, a key defender type read, footwork. Carson's another one of those vets that has a lot of experience in different things. And, so if I drop back, I see something, maybe make a wrong read or throw the ball somewhere, I'm like, hey, what would you do on this play? Who are you looking at? That kind of thing. So it's a good feedback from Carson, and then also there's a back and forth with Sam and Milanovic and Coach Brady. So it's a good dynamic.